crazy it was, the whole process of everything. It was.
Walk us through that process, if you would.
I hit a three, and Kevin Love walked under me. And the ref came to me and said I had two to make one. So I make a free throw, and then Derrick Jones, tracks down the offensive rebound, and we just work on what we work on in practice. You get an offensive rebound, guys sprint the spacing, and he found me, and I hit a three, and I had 7 points in that possession. It was crazy.
How unique is it with what you guys offer, kind of off the bench right now with Dwyane, obviously a future Hall of Famer. McGruder was an All-Star last year. Hassan coming off the bench, yourself there. How unique do you think that is? How big of an advantage do you think it is?
It's a huge advantage because a lot of the guys who are coming off the bench have been starters for all of their careers. So it brings a uniqueness off the bench, a lot of firepower, I would say, and a lot of scoring opportunities.
Does it say something that some of those guys are willing to take that role? Like you said, a lot of guys have been starters for most of their career.
It says a lot that everyone's all in, and we're just collaborating for one goal and trying to accomplish one thing, and we're putting our egos aside and just trying to come together at the right moment.
Rodney Spoelstra said last night that he doesn't care if it goes in; he just wants you to shoot the ball with aggression and with confidence. Was there a dip in the confidence level at times this year?
I wouldn't say it was a dip, but I wasn't shooting some shots. It wasn't a dip in the confidence level, but like he said, I'm taking my shots.
In that moment, do you realize that you just had 7 points in one possession, or are you just playing basketball?
Just playing basketball, and then after the game, a lot of people mentioned it to me. But in the moment, you're just playing basketball and just trying to go out there and compete, and that's all I was trying to do.
If you did that over a full game, you'd score exactly 1,000 points. Do you think it's time for you to take on that role?
Nah, not yet.
Rod, I know you were coming off injury last year, but considering 3 years ago, what is it about this particular group where you guys always are seeming to play your best basketball in March?
We know what's at stake at this time of year. We know that every game counts, and we can't allow games to slip away and have to take advantage of the moments. And guys been doing a great job of flourishing in those moments. So that's a testament to their work ethics and the time they're putting in the gym as well. But and coach is doing a great job of having us all on the same plate, all on the same page, and just going out there and competing and just playing clear-minded and just having fun.
When you say fun, is this really just the most fun part of the season for you guys?
It is.
January and February.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun because it's the final stretch. So we know that we have to win these games. We want to be in the playoffs. That's why we play this game to advance to the playoffs. So just going out there having fun, and like I said, we know what's at stake.
When you see guys like Kelly, and he's a very active
Right.
A guy playing 45 minutes in a game this week.
Right.
Playing the last 33 without coming out at all.
Right.
How much does that give a lift? That if he's a 7-footer not getting tired,
right,
everyone else must have something left.
Yeah, but that's one thing about KO, man. After every game, he's on the bike. He's putting in that extra work. So that's a testament to the work that he's putting in. That you all don't see. Him taking care of his body. Getting down, losing weight. Changing his body, losing body fat, and things like that. It's just his work ethic is crazy. So I'm not surprised that he's able to play 45 minutes and then play 33 straight because he puts in the work and he prepares himself for those moments.
In that same vein, what is H giving you guys off the bench?
Everything. He's H. He's going to dominate the paint, block shots, rebound, and make it tough for guys when they come in there and try to get layups and shoot floaters. So he really helps us out a lot, when guys get beat.
Spell always talks about the importance of the second unit. A second unit that has All-Star in Goran, Hall of Famer in Dwyane, Hassan, who's one of the top
bigs in the league.
Exactly.
Right.
And you in it. Right there. I mean, that could be a starting five.
Yeah.
That has been a starting
five. It has been before, but like I said, like a guy like D-Wade, he's leading us. Goran has came back with tremendous energy. He's bringing it when he's playing. So, guys are stepping up.
You all want to get in for obvious reasons, but how much additional is added to that when it's like we got to get Dwyane in this last time?
Right, it's a lot. Like it's his last go round, and Coach always says once you get in, everyone's record is 0-0, and anything can happen in those playoffs. So we just have to take care of what we can take care of, and that's just going 1-0 every day. And we do that, and everything else will take care of itself. Just
Open space, you know. I mean, that's a big part of me and Kelly is open space. And, you know, we just like to feed off each other. I don't know, it's just working for us. Always got an explanation for it.
But is it? I mean, it's night and day. I mean, it's the lanes totally. I mean, there's lob lanes and all those things for you that just didn't exist. It seems like without him out there.
We're just focusing on, you know, getting the job done, being detailed, being intentional, and we're getting open drive lanes and free dunks and open threes.
What's the key to making 7 out of 8 field goals in a game? Is dunking the ball a lot?
Focus. I mean, focus and repetition. And, I don't know, determination, I guess you could say.
But dunking helps.
Yeah, dunking helps.
Two questions about passing. First, as a passer, where did you get that? Where did you develop that skill, and what are you looking for when you're just making great passes like you did to Justice?
Seeing the floor. So we work big on that in pre-practice, and well, in practice in general, working on developing passing, seeing the floor, seeing the second defender, and it's helped me a lot. Just putting, on time on target. Yeah, putting the ball on time on target and making plays.
So on the flip side of that, when you are the target, you just reverse everything, and like when D-Wade finds you with it seems like great passes.
Yeah, and spacing, a lot of spacing that helps, and just being aggressive. I feel like when you're aggressive, you help your other teammates get better.
You had to learn that you got to keep your eyes kind of on Dwyane at all times because you just never know what angle that ball is going to come from. But if there's any way to get there, he's going to get it there.
Yes. I learned that last year he got here around like the second game. So it was just, it was with Wayne too. So it was just like I set a screen and just turn my head and just go to the rim. Think there was a lob, and like a few times like Wayne or D-Wade to like throw it past my ear. And just developing that chemistry, you get better at it.
I know the focus has to be tomorrow because tomorrow's the next game and that's the next game. But when you look at this week, how it's 2 teams that you guys are fighting with and 2 teams that you know are going to be 1 and 2 in the East, how tough is it to not look at the totality of the challenge for the next 7 days?
You just got to take game by game, step by step, and just, you know, obviously we're going to look into the future, but we got to worry about this game tomorrow.
Speaking of ball movement, how much of a factor has that been in kind of the offensive surge recently, as far as just the increased ball movement, all the assists, and the way you guys are playing and sharing the ball?
Just enjoying each other's success. So getting everybody open, setting great screens, moving, being active, I feel like it's helping us in a lot of ways. You know, being active on defense really ignites our offense.
What have you enjoyed about starting, being in the starting role, you know, aside from the guys that you're on the floor with? You know, is there anything particular that you liked about starting?
Really, I'm out there with my brothers, I guess. I mean, everybody's my brother, so just out there with my closest brothers, Justice and Jay Rich, I guess.
What is it about this team? So far, nobody's really had an actual answer to this question, but why are you guys always peaking around this time of year?
I guess March Madness. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like we go through a lot of downtime, I guess, during February, and we're just trying to build ourselves up and trying to dig ourselves out of a hole. And, you know, we ain't got a lot of time left.
Just watching you guys on the bench, it seems, I mean, obviously winning cures everything, but what the reactions, the way you guys are interacting with each other is just the most fun time of year in general.
Yeah. And plus it's March, so all of us are starting to play each other's teams. You know, that's kind of like an extra talking on the bench, you know. Like he said something about Duke. Anyways, but like we beat Tennessee the other day, and the whole time on the bench I'm talking to Jerry. Remember we beat Tennessee? And it's just, you know, we're enjoying each other. So I mean, like we genuinely like each other, we love each other, and we're having fun.
It's good. You know, today when I woke up, I feel great. You know, today was probably the most important thing for me, just to see how you're gonna react after the game. But so far, so good. Finished my workout, everything's fine. So, you know, slowly get back.
What's your approach coming off the bench? Do you just try to go as hard as you can go for as long as you can go?
Yeah, but at the same time, I want to be, you know, safe. The last couple of months for me was on a roller coaster. Hell, you know, a lot of injuries. Then I came back, and then happened another different injury. So, you know, of course, I want to give everything what I got. Those minutes that I'm on the floor, But I know I need to be patient because, you know, right now I'm not in best shape, best condition. But you know, I'm just happy to be out there with the guys and support them and you know, do what I can do in those minutes that I'm gonna get.
And I asked that because yesterday, same you just came out and just exploded.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm hungry. I didn't play I only play, what, 19 games, maybe less, 16 games this season. So, you know, the people that know me, they know I want to play every game. So, yeah, I feel like I need to prove something to me. Not to others, but to me, that I can go through that. I can have tough injury. I can bounce back. So.
And how do you get your mind to do that when you haven't played in a few games and you can just go with that same?
I think so. My mind confidence is not a problem. That's never been an issue with me. You know, you play basketball your whole life, so you know, I'm confident. You know, even if you miss a shot, every time when I shoot, I say, "Oh, that's gonna go in." You know, but the most important thing for me is, you know, get that confidence back in my body. You know, in my legs and. Just to play free-minded, not think about, you know, what if this is gonna happen. Just to be playing free and be a freelancer. How would I say so? But you know, playing basketball my whole life, so I know I have a lot more experience now than before. So even if I'm out for 2 months, I know how to play. Just you need to get back in shape and get your body right. So.
How about how this whole second unit is really like a starter quality second unit? You know, you yourself, Dwyane, Hassan, etc.
I mean, you know, we play well now. You know, we pick it up the last 3 games. We're back in the playoffs, so now we just need to continue and to get even better. We know that we still have a couple of tough games. Every game matters for us, so it's great. I mean, you know, first unit when they did our job, then. And the bench comes in, gives that extra lift, and you know, when you have so many guys that they can play, sometimes it's tough on coaches to make rotations, but it's good for the team, you know, because you can make big pushes in every quarter. So.
You have to convince some or help coach convince some guys of that, like, hey, don't worry about starting, come off the bench, just do what you got to do.
I mean, you know, that's tough. That's tough because all the players, you know, they're so competitive, including me. You know, I don't like to coming from the bench. You know, I think after injury I can be starter. You know, but it's not realistic. You know, I know that. So you know, I think it's that good intention. You know, you want to help your team. You want to be out there as much as you can. But you know, sometimes you need to listen to different people because you know, sometimes you just see only yourself, not the others around you. So, but like I said, I'm patient. I know what I have to do, you know, to be back. So.
I only remember the layup I missed. I don't remember the other ones. The one I missed and one I made. I don't remember the ones before those. But I mean, I remember obviously the play before I hit the shot. I just remember the 9D rose the ball, not wanting him to get it. They had to go to another option. Then I remember just thinking I needed to make a play, you know, and I read it. UD did a great job of making Simons go more than, you know, one direction. He went one way, cut him off, and I was able to step up and make a play, and the rest is what we call history. So.
Like, how does that moment come to you? The whole, I'm going to jump on the table. I'm going to point to that. I'm going to say this is my house. All those things, like iconic things, just happen.
Yeah, it's just in a moment. You know, it's like you hit a shot like that, you don't expect it. You know, it's just, you know, you're just trying to go down and get it up and make a play. I shot it off one leg because I remember Ben Gordon was coming, and it was just, you know, and I remember having a rhythm though. I just remember in the moment, just like when I shot it, I was like, oh my God, that this might go in. And then once it went in, it's just like this, you know, this rush in this field. I just get excited like a kid, you know, and then I was just about to take off, and then something just made me beeline the other way, and I jumped up on the scores table, and the fan energy and the crowd, everything. It just was like, this is my house, you know. So it's just a good moment, but nothing planned, just in the moment.
And there's so many, but where does that rank among your top moments that you've had in your career?
It's definitely when I sat down and did a list for another project of like my top 15 moments in my career. and that was obviously one of the first ones that come to mind. I don't know where it ranks, but I know it's in my top 15. But just one of the first ones that come to my mind because of just that moment. This is my house. You know, it's something that has carried through my whole career. And I've had other moments to do it again, or I see other people doing it if I hit a big shot. So it's become a cool moment.
When you just had a couple weeks ago against the Warriors, is that about as close as you can get to the same thing? The shot at the end of the buzzer, top of the key, different way, but then just a celebration of just going on the fly.
Yeah,
comes to you.
I actually think that the one that I just hit is a bigger one than the other one, and I think it's more so because of just the entire picture of this season and how my last year is going, and just a lot of things around that time too. Coming off All-Star. Just all these things, to be able to hit a shot versus defend the champions, to be able to have that moment once again with my fans in this arena, to be able to do that. Just like Jordan Bell came up to me after the game and said, I'm thankful that I was able to witness it. You know what I mean? It's like this thing, this legend that you hear of people, and when you're able to see it in person, it's like, oh, that's really real. Like he really could do those things and all this. So, as I said after the game, being able to do stuff still with my teammates here, be able to see a glimpse, of some of the things I did, when I was their ages, et cetera. It makes you feel good. So I think ultimately that shot would be, it's not the first because this is my moment was the first one, but I think that would be in my top 15 moments in my career as well.
How long has it taken Bam to figure out that if there's screen and roll, something like that, he's got to have his eyes on you at all times? If there's any way that ball's going to find him.
Very early, when I got back here, I sat down with Bam. I thought, watching from afar, then after getting to play with him for a couple games, I've seen that he has something obviously special with his leaping ability. But I think we all talk about how to screen and what angles to screen at, and things you're looking for. And I remember sitting down with Bam on a plane and showing him some clips of what I think he can do. And in the Indiana game, when Coach didn't coach, when Spoelstra, the only thing he's ever missing, only thing he's ever missing is like we did it right away. Bam did exactly what we talked about the day before on the plane. And I knew right then and there, like a kid is able to to take something and apply it that quickly. That's special. So he figured it out fast.
Dwyane, not just Bam, but right now it seems like you have a really high accuracy with everybody. As far as your passes go, is there something that you've just been working on? You've been working with each person individually like that?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm a kind of person who I'm not afraid of turnovers, right? So I would try certain things, and it's just playing with guys. I think each player now know. I see a difference when I have the ball with certain players. Like I see when I have the ball, I know how KO is going to post up or how he's going to slip to the rim because he know I find him. I know how Hassan is going to roll when I have the ball. Like it's just different things because guys know that I'm going to find them, and I'm always looking for, even if you don't think I'm looking, I'm on peripheral, I see you. So for me, it's good because in my older age, I need them to screen better for me because I need to be able to get some space. So they help me and I help them. But it's fun. It's fun for me to see when I get the ball that my teammates is not like, oh, this old dude, that they actually excited, because they know they could get the ball. So, it's a cool thing.
And why is it that when Spo's been here, even when Pat was coaching you, this team, no matter how the season's going, in March it seems like you guys are always, even if it's just for 2-3 weeks, you always seem to peak for a little bit in March at some point.
Yeah, I don't know. I think no matter what team you've had, I think the one thing that's made us have success as an organization is the consistency, the constant beating in the mind of this is how we got to do it. This is how we got to do it, and never letting up. A couple years ago when this team was 11-30, Spo didn't let up. I know him. He didn't let up, and he continued to kept working the habits and working the game, like making sure each player understood what's the importance and why they're here, and then eventually it takes. Eventually, no matter how stubborn you are, eventually you start getting it. And I think sometimes it takes longer, for certain teams, but I always feel the Miami Heat is always better towards the end for the most part than in the beginning because it's not an easy system. It's not an easy culture to just get it used to. It takes a while to get used to everything.
even me coming back, it took me a while to get back adjusted to everything here before I even felt comfortable, you know, back in my environment. So it just takes a while, and I guess this is the time.
Sometimes does it take stakes, like Coach says, backs up against the wall that
Definitely.
Kind of have to lock in and play that style of basketball?
Facts. It definitely does that. You know, unfortunate. You know, we've obviously had teams here where we didn't need to have those moments. But when you got teams, when you got guys who, you know, we count on Justice is 22. Josh, you know, I think Josh like 29, but I think Josh like 24, 25, something like that, 25. You know, so when you counting on, you know, players who doesn't have a lot of experience necessary, you know, not a lot of playoff experience, you're going to have these ups and downs, you know. And you know, we have a young team. Yeah, we have a couple veteran guys around, but who we depend on and, you know, who's going to help us go that way is our young guys. And with that is going to come some inconsistency, you know, as these guys, you know, find their way in this game and find out how to be consistent every year. And I've watched them every year make that step, make that jump. To some point, you know, they're not going to need, you know, they're not going to need it. So that's what you have. You know, you have an inconsistency, you know, and you have, you know, because we're leading on our young guys to be the now when they're the future, you know. And I throw D. Jones, I throw Bam in there as well, who's playing big minutes for us. You know, it's tough. But these guys are, some nights they fast-tracked it. And some nights you can tell that, you know, we're still waiting on our young guys to take that step that they need to go to the next level. So.
And how much message to Hassan and to some of the other guys right now coming off the bench? Because you guys have starters coming off the bench, and sometimes you guys have to buy in.
No, it's fun. No, it's fun. Like, you come off the bench with this team, it's fun. Like, we got starters coming off the bench, so it's no major drop off. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even like you're starting to come off the bench because it's like you're not playing with bench players. You know what I mean? Like, only thing is different is, yeah, you got to get used to, you know, putting hot packs on or, you know, stretching or doing. I do all kind of stuff on the sideline. But you're playing with other guys that starters, you know, that will be on the floor as a starter. So besides not hearing your name called in the starting lineup, it's fine. Like, you know, so Goran and H and, you know, everyone who's coming off the bench right now, guys just doing whatever needs to be done. You know, our goal is to get in the playoffs. And when you get afraid of that, you know, it's not looking good and you may not make it, you're willing to do anything. And, you know, I think we went through a lot this year at different times, but right now it's smooth in our locker room from the standpoint of everybody playing their role and doing whatever's need to be done. But we got to still fight against it. You know, Coach's going to make sure that we still fight against that natural. You know, we won a couple games in a row. You start feeling yourself. You know, we still got to understand we got a long way to go. You know, we got 17, 18, whatever games left, and so it's a long way to go for us to continue to try to get better. And whoever's on the floor, you know, do your job. You know, it doesn't matter who's starting or not right now. So I enjoy playing with H. I haven't played with H in a long time. I think H enjoyed playing with me. So everybody knows, like, I got H. I can get H right. And I love seeing him just playing and being happy, not worried about his minutes, not worried about how much you get the ball, just trying to, you know, be a dominant force. And so it's been cool to see that, you know, to see that growth in Hassan for sure.
Speaking of your routine, jumping around and stuff, did you get any of that from Ray Allen?
Ray did like push-ups and all that kind of stuff. I don't do all that. I just try to keep these legs moving because, you know, sometimes one of the toughest parts about coming off the bench is, you know, if you get in the game and you're down 12 and you gotta go right away, you know, and it's like, wait, I'm not even loose yet, like, you know, so it's like you got to get your body and you know, everything ready to the movements and how quick the game going once you get in there. When you're a starter, the game kind of, you know, everybody feel their way in. No, I didn't. I didn't because of very good players. Obviously, they've been very successful. But just our past and our weight, it's just been different to get here. So, you know, mine was, I actually did it myself. You know, I was like, I'm going to come off the bench because I want to make this work. Just when I was in the other place. And then obviously coming back here, coming into this team that already had things going, I was comfortable already in my role. But for me, it was just trying to figure out, you know, how can I be successful? How can my team be successful? What I need to do. I didn't really need to reach out to nobody to find that out. I need to look within. And that's what I'll try to do. And like I said, each night is different, but I understand that, you know, what this team needs from me. No matter if I'm 37 in my 16th year, this team needs for me to lead. They need for me to make plays in the fourth. They need for me to be a leader, be a voice. And that's what I do. You know, it's not always 100%. I'm not always going to come out on top with it, but they can count on me knowing that, listen, you know, we know when a game matters, we have somebody out there that we could trust that is going to get something for us. And so I just got comfortable in that and just try to figure out how I could be successful.
So as long as you're in a good place physically by winning time, then it's like normal. It's just like it's always been.
Yeah, it's normal. And then it's different from the standpoint of some nights it's like, oh, okay, Josh, you go. Oh, okay, Justice, you go. You know, back in the day, it was to be like, all right, my time, everybody move out the way. I got it. Or when LeBron came, it was, hey, what you want to do? But now it's just like, you know, it's cool because it's big games where you can see, you know, you see whether coaches calling plays or you see the young guys like Josh or you see Jesse, you see those guys like they want it. And when I see that look in their eyes, I go in the corner or I go do what I can. And then you see some games where they be like, D. And I'd be like, all right, it's time for me to earn my check. You know, so, you know, it's cool. It's cool because, you know, I've been in so many different situations. And trying to be successful in each situation for me is the challenge. And right now, you know, that's what I look for. I look for any kind of challenge I can find within the game. So that's the challenge within the game.
To piggyback off of Coop's question earlier about March, how much does this time just bring you guys back to a time when you had to make a name for yourself in college, tournament time, before you got to this level?
Yeah, I mean, obviously this time until the end, obviously the finals, it's the best time to be a basketball fan. You know, from obviously college basketball, as they get into their conference tournament, then they go into an NCAA tournament. That's exciting. That's all exciting for all of us who has schools that's going to be in a tournament. And all these things. And then here, you know, this is a time in NBA where it heats up. You got you know, people trying to jock for positions. And then you even got the teams that's not that good playing very well because the season is coming to an end. They feeling free. They feeling good. There's no worries, no concern. So this is the best time. This is the most competitive time to be, you know, to be a basketball fanatic or the basketball fan. So it's fun.
Now the second half was much better. You know, we didn't fully commit to what was necessary and required in the first half. There's some good things offensively, but defensively you could just feel the energy, the commitment go to a different level in the second half. And it wasn't just the zone. There was multiple effort plays even in our man, but that was much better.
Eric, it's only natural that when you play Bam and Kelly together, Kelly's going to pull one big out of the lane, and that's great for Bam, but it's not that easy. How have they really worked to maximize the advantage of that spacing?
Yeah, they've spent a lot of time, you know, working, drilling, practicing, watching film. So this isn't something that's just happened in the last month. You know, this process was already going on last year. Then they gained confidence. Then you have a playoff series. You get tested a little bit, and then this year they just felt you could just feel it. Their comfort level with each other and understanding each other's strengths, and how they can play off each other better. Went to, you know, an even higher level. And then defensively, just the versatility that they've showed this year to be able to guard different positions and both be interchangeable has allowed us to do different things to keep them on the court.
How they both can guard 1 through 5s.
At times. You know, and Kelly's really made strides in that area. So we're not leaving him on an island. You know, we want to take advantage of his off-ball help side, you know, defense as much as possible. But that's taken some work. That's taken some time to be able to find ways to do that against different opponents. And you really have to credit KO for that commitment. And then the two of them spending a lot of time together.
So why do your teams, no matter how the season's going, you guys usually seem to hit March and you hit a good stretch of games?
I don't know. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. No. Okay. You know, you try to constantly try to improve during a season. It's not just a 7-month schedule where you're checking off games and going through it like a robot. You know, are you truly committed to that daily improvement? And for better or worse, we will always emphasize that. We're always trying to look at strides and see if the individual players are getting better. If they're not, how can we help? And then our team the same way.
You might have thought you were kind of seeing all you were going to see of Marcus Hall this year.
Yeah.
No, he's up there in Toronto.
Yep.
How's he going to change this
Yeah,
magic with them and what they do?
It's a terrific pickup, and Jeremy Lin as well. That's what teams at the top of conferences. We used to be one of those teams. You end up being pretty high on the list of buyout guys, and you have to expect that. He's an all-star player that can really help facilitate and generate some easy looks for their team. Look, we're not expecting any of this to be easy. Tomorrow's a great opportunity against a very good team, and you have an opportunity to rise to the competition.
I don't think it's changed, but how unique is it right now with what you guys have coming off the bench with Goran, who was an all-star last season, Dwyane, a future Hall of Famer, and Hassan, who is one of the most dominant big men.
Look, you have to have the right guys that are willing or open to whatever it takes at this point. They're all starters. Like, forget about it. Dwyane Wade is a starter in this league. At this role and at these minutes, he can go another 3 or 4 years. So that's why I'm not. When people ask me, "Are you concerned about minutes?" No, he can do this for a long period of time. And then if you're telling me all we got to do is wrap our minds around 5 more weeks of a regular season and hopefully a long playoff push, that's easy to wrap our minds around. But he was the first guy willing to, this is what this team will need from, his presence. Goran's coming back from injury, so that's the way it has to be. And then the same thing, with Hassan. And there's not a lot of time left. Our backs are against the wall. It's whatever is necessary right now. But we've said it from day one. The strength of our team is our depth, is our versatility. We have legitimate starters, off the bench. We have to have the guys the right mindset that are willing to do whatever it takes.
I meant to ask you this yesterday and forgot. But halftime Wednesday in Charlotte, did you think you were going to play KO the whole 24?
No. Nope. The pace of the game kind of allowed that, and then communication during the game. He said he was fine. I can usually tell if guys are really gassed, and I didn't see it in his look. It wasn't that type of game.
Right. But even in a game like that,
yeah.
In a 91-84 game, the fact that a 7-footer can play 45 minutes and
no drop-off. It really speaks to his commitment level. Just pull up a picture of him 4 years ago in an NBA uniform and what he looks like right now. He's dropped 7 or 8% body fat, and he's a machine. He's a workout machine. I think he can play all day. We have several guys that are like that. After every single game, KO, regardless of the minutes, he gets an extra workout on the bike and oftentimes in the weight room. That's how good of shape he's in. He's in world-class shape. When we define that, he's one of the guys that's really embraced that, and it's allowed him to play more efficiently and play for longer stretches of time than he ever has in his career.
To go back to Coop's question, the fact that this is organizational theory around here, how much has that helped in March and April that you guys, in theory, should be in much better shape than a lot of teams you play just because of...
Yeah, in theory, yeah. And also the flip side of that is we're not for everybody, because some people want no part of that. But like Pat always says, if you truly want to be the best professional basketball player you can become, it starts with your commitment to conditioning and truly becoming embracing world-class shape. Then the skills and the play come after that.
Looking back at Toronto real quick, when you look at the past 2 games and you look at them now, what are the biggest challenges that they present?
Toronto? They have obviously great firepower to be able to score the basketball. They have really unique speed, quickness, length, size. So some teams have size, but they might not have the speed and quickness. They have both. They have great playmaking with Lowry and Leonard. And they have a deep roster as well. But there's a reason why they're near the top of the conference and near the top of the league record-wise. They're a good team, well coached, and they play well on both sides of the floor.
You mentioned that nothing's going to come easy this upcoming stretch. How much are the guys looking forward to that playing those
It's
high
fun.
calibers?
I think it's fun. I want our guys to have fun. I want our guys to embrace. We have the kind of guys that, are having fun with this challenge. It's not about, oh, hey, we just need to come in and find a way to have a smile on our face and joke around. No. Our guys are having fun with the competition and having meaning to this and responding to a really tough time of our season and playing much better basketball after that tough stretch. We have competitive guys that like these games, and where there's a reward and a cost, to a win and a loss. That's what this whole profession is supposed to be about. It's about competition. It's about exhilaration or pain.